Hello and welcome to Behind the Screen with a very special episode to discuss the final episode of Stranger Things. We are here with HN Films,
What's up, motherfuckers?
Hres,
What's up?
and long time no see, Dan.
Long time no see, Cinnabad.
No, I'm here every week. We're a weekly podcast now.
Are we?
I mean, kind of. We had podcast kind of last week, like
Fuck
December
yeah,
26th,
that's the New Year's
and then the
resolution.
week before.
We'll find something to talk about every week.
Weekly podcast.
Nothing releasing this year, bro.
Next week, I don't know what's next week. Nothing you watch.
Marty Supreme and Pluribus, bro.
Wait, you watch the Pit? We can do the Pit weekly episodes, maybe. We'll see.
The shit season 2.
And before we get started, I also got a new mic. Thanks to loyal behind the screen fan Kemp. So
Shout out to
for
Thoughts
giving me
on
a
Kemp.
mic. There
Shout
you
out to
go.
Mr. Moneybags.
So
He also bought me a new house.
Oh, we did.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole house.
Mhm.
So before we get into the episode, the final episode of Stranger Things, now everyone here will have like a big relationship with the show, like how maybe how it's like not a big impact on their life or anything. But I just want to talk about like when you started the show with everyone and like kind of all that. It could be brief if you just started, like some of the people here who wants to start.
Okay,
Me?
I'll
Guess
go
I'm
first.
going first, man.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Stranger Things was the first real TV show I watched, basically, and back in 2017, just after season 2 came out. And everyone in high school was telling me to watch it, so I did. Fucking loved it. And it's basically the show that I followed the longest out of any show by virtue of the fact that it's taken 800 years to finish. And it's probably one of my favorite shows, mainly just because of that sentimental value, I guess. So, big fan of that show.
Okay, I'll go next since I started the show like season 2. I was like freshman in high school, and it's probably the show that probably like actually have a like feels personal to me. I mean not other shows feel the way Stranger Things does, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's because it was like the first quote unquote real TV I watched, so I just like it felt different after that. But it's feels pretty surreal that it's coming to the end now. I've seen every episode, well not every episode for season 5, but like first 4 seasons at least 7 times. First 3 is
6 or
probably
7
close to like
times.
6 or 7. And the first 3 seasons probably like at least 12. So I mean,
Oh my god,
they're
we're
pretty big. So but yeah, let's who's next?
I'll go next, I guess. I'm probably the newest. Yeah, I'm objectively the newest watcher to the show, but it's been pretty good. It's probably was my biggest cultural blind spot, besides maybe when I did a Star Wars binge a couple years ago, and probably Harry Potter. It's probably my biggest blind spot. It's been pretty impressive. I was kind of expecting to hate on it a little bit, but it's been a very fun journey. I kind of blitzed through the first 4 seasons and the first volume of season 5. So it's kind of, I don't have that same year-long attachment to it, but it's still pretty great to me.
Okay, you go down.
I just started watching it last week for the first time.
Ever? You didn't watch season 1?
I've never watched it before last week. It's like, I think outside of Atras, I think we all just started watching it like around the time season 2 came out.
Yep.
Yeah. So around that time, I think my sister put me onto it, ironically. So I started around that time, and I really liked it. I have a specific nostalgia for like the first 2 seasons because that's like the ones I remembered the most vividly. Specifically, the snowball scene. That one like felt very series finale esque. And then after that, I just watched each season as they came out to varying degrees of hype because I wasn't really that excited for season 4, and I wasn't really that excited for season 5. Honestly, it's really weird. This show, I was very back and forth with how excited I tend to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one that thinks that.
No, it's been a long time. The show, like, it's taken a long time for 5 seasons. I think my hype kind of died somewhere between the season 3 and 4 wait, but then it eventually came back.
Assumed season 4 was going to be us, so I wasn't excited for that. But season 3 and 5, I was very much anticipating.
Dude, I thought the whole show was gonna be ass. Like every time it popped up, because I think we were still, in contact with each other when season 4 came out. That was like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, y'all would not stop talking about it. Like I had hoped back then that
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna be secretly right about it being ass, but no, unfortunately, it's pretty good for the whole
Drank the
run.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can kind of get into what we thought overall. I guess I'll start. For some context, the first time I watched this episode, I watched it on my phone, and I rewatched when I got home on my TV. There wasn't that much of a difference, I think. I actually noticed some things I wasn't a fan of initially, like they were even elevated how bad they actually were when I watched it on my TV. But I think I like the finale. I mean, I think it's kind of complicated because it's all over the place. It feels like one of the most like most like complex finales. Hard to put into words, like if I like it or not. But I like slightly lean towards I like it. There's a lot of issues I think, but there's a lot of good stuff. Like some of the best the show has ever been. Um, so I'd say like I overall liked it, but still pretty mixed on it.
I guess for me, initial watch, well, my only watch, I did enjoy it a lot. But then the more I think about it, I still like the epilogue. That's still probably some of the best of Stranger Things. Arguably, maybe the best of Stranger Things, especially the final scene. But everything before that, with the big kaiju monster, and I thought the head chopping was cool, but the big fight was a little bit not underwhelming, but it's been done a lot better in season 3 and season 4. So that part kind of gets worse with age for me, but the epilogue really made me happy. So at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about, in my opinion. Good endings for our characters, good development. So that's all good for me, except for that one twist, which we'll talk about later. But yeah.
I watched it with a bunch of friends and we were hating on that shit most of the time. But the last couple scenes, like everyone says, are really good, and that's what's important to me. Overall, I think it's a good episode, but it doesn't really get good till like halfway through. Like there's an hour of pretty lame shit before then, but once it gets going, I think it's pretty good, and the last scene is amazing, and that's what matters.
Was there live commentary when you were watching with the people? Like were people
Oh yeah,
talking
so
during it
much.
or not?
We were yapping the whole time, bro.
Even during the final scene?
Nah.
Okay. Okay, Dan, you can go now.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I guess we all kind of have similar sentiments. Epilogue, strongest part. The final battle is kind of, you know, it's like decent, not that crazy. And I guess if you're like a super ultra Stranger Things fan, it would come off more disappointing than it really is because it's like the last. This is like the note that the show's gonna end on, so it's like you expect it to be better. To me, this to me kind of represents Stranger Things in a nutshell. Like I told this to my sister, but like I never really cared that much about the central mystery of the show. Like I was really just in it for like the character beats and the drama and all that. Like all the in between character interactions. That's really what I watched the show for. I don't think the mystery is really the strong point of it. I think season 4 actually kind of subverted my expectations of anything. It kind of like this the mystery of season 4 was actually surprisingly pretty strong, but I don't know. Outside of that, I never really cared that much for the mystery, so I wasn't really too disappointed with the final battle, but I also kind of agree it could have been better or more interesting. Like even like I remember the end of season 4, I thought what was going to happen was the upside down conflict and then the real world conflict like directly colliding with each other, and we didn't get that. And I still felt like we could have gotten that, but it's like they didn't really commit to that. Instead, it was like, no, it's like our characters going into the other world rather than the other world coming into this world, which I think could have been cooler in my opinion. But I mean, outside of that, I thought it was a good finale. The epilogue, some of the best stuff from the entire show. I agree.
Yeah, it was not what I was expecting. I definitely needed that second watch to like kind of like after having no expectations because my expectations were so high and I had like a checklist of things I wanted to get and I didn't get most of those things. So I came away pretty disappointed, but second watch kind of calmed me down a bit. Had a more nuanced take on all of it.
I
Yeah, I
honestly
mean,
thought it was like exactly what I expected.
really?
I just thought, no, I don't know. I was expecting more like an epic battle because I mean, it's partly the Duffers' fault because they're like, this is the biggest episode we've ever done. This is like, I was like expecting something bigger than the piggyback, and it really wasn't. I mean, unless you call a bunch of CGI like
I
big,
mean,
it just didn't feel, the battle didn't feel epic. There was like very little build up to it, and it just kind of felt
yeah, I get that.
anticlimactic. And yeah, just like even when the upside down slash the abyss was like closing in on Hawkins, it just didn't feel that intense to me. Like I didn't really feel much from it.
Dude, when Steve is like about to fall off, I really hate when they do because they do this a lot in the show, or maybe just mostly in season 4 and 5.
The cut to black.
Yeah, I really hate that. It
Oh
just
That was
my
the
kills the
god.
worst scene
tension.
ever, bro.
They did
Yeah,
this like 3 different times. Like it worked
yeah,
the first time with the Max, like her like levitating in the air, and then like cuts to black, and then she falls back down. I thought that was good, but like they've repeated this like 2 different times.
yeah.
It's
And you
not good,
just
bro.
know when they cut to black, nothing bad is gonna happen. He's gonna be saved or something like that.
And like, did they really think
Yeah.
we were gonna kill off Steve by just having him fall off a fucking tower? Like, come on, guys.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
was a
mean,
little, I
I
was a
mean, it was
little
only cool
intent. It
because it was
was,
like Jonathan got to save him. I thought that was like the cool part. It was like, oh,
yeah, that was
Jonathan, like
cool.
him and Jonathan get some cool moments. Like I thought that was cool. But outside of
I don't
that,
know
yeah,
why
I
we're
agree.
waiting till the literal last episode to finally give Steve and Jonathan some actual good stuff together, but you know, it
because
was
they
cool, I
spent
guess.
so much time doing Stancy teasing in season 4 for, they'd rather do the Stancy teasing and kill off Jonathan as a, not kill off literally, I meant, writing wise, kill him off as a useful character in seasons 3 and 4. So,
I
It's
don't
because
think they have
Stancy's
Also,
the
any
better
idea
ship,
what the
bro.
fuck they're
bro, can
doing.
we agree that the Duffer Brothers are probably the worst part about this season? Like every time they keep
Yes.
talking about stuff about this season, like I swear I just keep thinking lesser about this season as a whole. Like they need to shut up. Like actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they have
pretty
no
dumb.
clue what they're talking about.
yeah. I mean, if we're still talking about the first half of the finale, right? Well, I mean, besides that, I think, do we all agree that the kaiju monster part is kind of mid or underwhelming compared to how
The
It's
epic?
design
fine.
is cool. They could have done more though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, compared to how epic the season 4 climax was, where it's, I don't know, it's not as much
Yeah,
action. It's just a lot of planning and phases, and it's really cool and thought out, even when things go wrong. And then season 3,
exactly.
I don't know how you guys feel about the season 3 finale, but I loved it, and I thought the part that was a weird kaiju monster done correctly earlier in the show.
Yeah. I think it's the way
Yeah,
it's
and that
Yeah,
was
directed
because
too.
set in a
Like,
location
yeah.
which doesn't look like fucking shit as well.
Yeah, the
season
Starcourt Mall
three,
was done well.
the mind flayer, they're good at like building the tension with the mind flayer, especially in the mall. Like the scene where they have it like searching through the mall trying to find the kids. And this was just a big spider just chasing them. There was nothing else other than that. So just like there wasn't much tension there.
Well,
Yeah,
they clearly
Yeah,
just
like
wanted to have it be L and Will versus Vecna, so they did that. But then everyone else needed something to do, so they're like, also the Mind Flayer's there, and everyone's just gonna fucking shoot at it. Whatever.
I feel like this kind of ties back directly into the criticism I had last podcast, where this whole weird twist where the upside down is not really an evil dimension, it's just an evil dimension gateway to another boring evil dimension. I don't know. I
holy
kind of
shit,
call
that
bull.
potential was wasted.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I realized at the time, like when that premiered, that it wasn't gonna be as big as the reveal kind of made itself up to be in the show. But I don't know. It feels kind of bull that they said they've been planning this since season 1, and they took all this time, and then they just made it this barren wasteland, no demogorgons, no bats or anything like that. Like it's just New Mexico. I don't know. It's nothing.
Literally, literally. Also, I'll say this. I think the first like 20, 30 minutes, whatever, I think that was pretty good. Like I don't even think like the first half sucks. I think the setup of the whole thing was good. I just think when you get to the abyss, I feel like they just could have done more. But I like the actual
I don't
setup. Like
know.
everything leading to it, I thought was pretty cool,
I don't think the
in my
setup was
opinion.
that good. Particularly some like individual scenes, like the Will and Mike scene was pretty bad. I thought, like
Okay,
the
outside
like
of that.
no best friends, and not that like they were teasing Byler's, just that I gave some grace to the coming out scene. I still think it's good, but I was giving some grace because I thought we were going to get a better one-on-one scene with Will and Mike in the finale, like a really like emotional scene where they like understand each other, and that didn't really happen. It was like a very underwhelming scene, so I was pretty disappointed with that.
Yeah, they can really kind of wrote it off. Like I don't know, it felt like they didn't want to dive too much into it because since they're getting into this like final encounter. Also, do you believe in this like whole theory about what like apparently there's someone in like the writing team that left during season 5 and that's why season 5 is what it is or something?
No, bro.
There's
I don't know. Did y'all hear
there,
about that?
there's so many fucking rumors about season 5. I don't think any of them are true. Like there's the whole like they
Yeah,
think
like
there's
I
a
just don't
secret
know at this point.
season 6, and I don't. I think what happened was they initially wanted to end with season 4, as I said. I think they added a bunch of bullshit to season 4 to prolong it, and then they didn't really know what to do with season 5 other than how it ends. It just like it became too long. Like they didn't know what they were doing at this point, kind of like how Game of Thrones was.
Yeah, not some grand conspiracy
Yeah.
where it's like so many things have choked at the end. Like this isn't some kind of new like fucking conspiracy. It just happens.
Yeah, and I think it's not a huge fall off, but season 5 was worse than the other seasons. It went on too long. They made the right choice ending it now.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait, do you think this is better than season 1?
What? No.
no.
I'm asking you, Cinnabad, or do you think this is better than season 1?
We all think that, bro.
Season 1 is absolutely better than season 5, no doubt.
I'm only asking you because
Okay.
you think no. I'm only asking you because you say season 1's the worst one. So I was just asking.
I love season 1. It's just the weakest to me. It's like so marginal. It's like the only reason season 1
I got you.
was because I think season 2 is better, slightly better, because I like the finale season 2 more than season 1. And I thought season 3 was better than season 2 because I thought the middle episodes were better than the middle episodes of season 2. Like it's just like it's very marginal. It's very like I love them all. Yeah, I don't get mad when people like rank season 1 at 1 because it is like obviously extremely good. I just prefer the other seasons.
I mean, one thing that we were talking about, you guys were talking about, or Senna was talking about the coming out scene last time and today, right now. I guess one thing that also sticks in my mind is when HN said that they don't give Finn Wolfhard enough to work with. You know, when Will's talking about how he had his own Tammy, and then uh, Mike just makes a half a smirk, if you can even call it that, and then the Duffers
Just
had to come
nothing.
out. Yeah, the Duffers had to come out and say, "Yeah, Mike definitely knew that he couldn't reciprocate his feelings, or Will was talking about him." And then you go to this episode, and I agree with Cine, where that he's just there's nothing, dude. That one scene, I thought it was nice, but that's it. And then they don't acknowledge it at all until at the end when Mike is like not fantasizing. He's talking about Will, and Will's in a gay bar. I'm like, nah, that's not really.
In Israel.
That's
Yeah, I also want to say I thought Will was gonna. I thought this was gonna be Will's season. It is absolutely not Will's season. It's Mike's season. The Will stuff was just for Mike. Like they
Eh,
basically mostly dropped Will's arc after season episode 4 of the season. There's some other stuff like obviously he helps take down Vecna, whatever. But I really feel like they just like butchered his character arc. I thought there was gonna be more, and there really wasn't. I was kind of
Dude, the Mike
disappointed with
Wheeler
that.
fan base
you,
always wins in the end.
but you think it's
I
that
guess
different
not.
from early season 5?
Yeah, he had
I
like way
think
more
Will
screen
was
time,
I think
and
Will was the most
that
consistent character this season, honestly. I thought he was
I was
pretty
gonna
it's
good
say I
just
don't
that
throughout.
think he's
like
been that different.
it's just that he had less of an arc than I was expecting. It's just that like
Yeah, I'll
basically
agree. I,
episode
I
4.
I thought it would be a little more significant, but I guess they don't want to take the spotlight away from 11. I don't know.
I mean, he basically got the kill on Vecna. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, but
he definitely helped out. He definitely helped out.
yeah,
I
but
just think
after
the
like the
whole
first
abyss scene could have just been like done in a way cooler way. Like just the whole final battle thing. Like it could have like instead of it being New Mexico, it should have like literally felt like you were in a whole different like world or something. like having
Needed.
locales and different monsters, like Demogorgon types that we haven't seen before. Like I don't know, they could have just done more.
It needed
I
that
just wanted-
piggyback aura.
I just want to be in Hawkins. We don't. This is the final episode. Take it back to the roots. That's why I wanted.
Yeah, it
Which,
really
I
should have
mean,
been
I
like
didn't.
Like what I said earlier, they could have had the upside down people come to Hopkins, like have Hawkins be invaded. That would have been cool.
yeah, exactly. When after
Yeah,
season 4 ended,
actually,
I expected the final battle of the show to be either everyone's fighting like shit and be upside down, or like the Mind Flayer comes into the real world. But they chose an even worse option. So good job,
Yeah,
guys.
we get the worst of both worlds.
Literally.
Literally.
I was just gonna say, I think Will. I thought they were gonna set up like a dynamic between Will and Vecna, which they kind of do, but they're just like not much of that. So his arc was basically him like accepting himself, which basically ended in episode 4, mostly. So yeah, I was just disappointed. I wish there was more with that, but there was a lot of things with that with the season where I feel like they just dropped stuff for less interesting things.
I mean, Will in general is probably the biggest missed opportunity of the show to me, especially since he's like probably a very central character in season 2, which is one of my favorite aspects. I mean, he's still suffering, and then he gets, controlled by the mind flayer, gets all those people killed. He's like a victim, but you actually see him this time. Opposed to season 1 where you barely saw him. You saw like clips of him, but then he gets rescued. I thought they had a lot more in store for Will, and then season 3 happens, and then season 4 happens where he's just being a little bit mopey, and he doesn't really do anything until that, very good conversation with Jonathan at the end. And then, yeah, he does come into play a lot in season 5, but then ultimately he kind of just isn't there really, like super important besides the final battle. So I don't know. I thought we could have gotten more out of him in the entire show's duration. It's probably the biggest missed opportunity for me because I really liked him in season 2.
I think he was in season 5 a right amount, honestly. Like we've got a pretty big cast, and you got to spread the love around. He didn't get shafted as bad as fucking 11 did this season.
Yeah, but I think
Oh well,
one of the
I would
one
say
of the
11
only
11
positives one of the only positives like the first half of this episode I'd say is 11. I think she was really good in this episode.
Yeah, I liked her in this episode until she kills herself.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that'll be spicy
I-
to talk about.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that.
I really thought like like her basically making that guy kill himself. I don't remember that forgettable character's name. I
Yeah,
thought that was,
random
like,
character. Yeah.
Oh my
Lieutenant
gosh.
Akers, bro, chill. He's
That
the
whole
goat.
Hopper L Kali stuff, I thought that was done well. That's what I mean. Like I don't think the whole
Yeah.
first half sucks. Like there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I'd say the good of the first half was the Ellen Hopper stuff, like the Hopper and like the Vecna invading Hopper's mind was cool. The Holly stuff was decent. It just felt like we've kind of been doing the same thing like the previous episode, so it felt kind of dull. But I liked that. I also really liked the Jonathan and Steve scene after Jonathan saves him. I thought that was like one of the best scenes of this season. Honestly, I really loved it. I, like been waiting for that to happen. I was kind of worried it just would never happen after episode 7. I thought like no, they just dropped that. That was just like for Jonathan and Nancy to break up. But I thought that scene was really good. And
New ship unlocked.
yeah, I have mixed thoughts about the Elle sacrificing herself scene. I don't like the idea of Elle. She's gone through so much suffering over the course of the show, and it just doesn't feel right that she just kills herself basically. But the emotions really worked for me. Like that scene is really sad to me when she takes Mike into her mind. Like it really works for me, even though I don't like exactly what they did with her character. So I feel kind of mixed on that.
I really can't tell if Finn Wolfhard's acting was amazing or terrible in that scene, honestly. He was like going crazy.
Out of context, it looks pretty funny, but I don't know. I think it works in context. I wasn't I wasn't like laughing while watching it, but like if you like watch out of
I was.
context, it's kind of funny. Yeah. But I think he was
I
good
mean,
enough, I think.
It was a reasonable
That's
crash out.
crazy.
This man can't go one season without losing his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that there were some people in the server that was like, yeah, it would suck if L had like a Dark Knight Rises ass ending, and then like that's kind of what happens in a nutshell.
I predicted that
And we
shit
hate it.
exactly, bro.
Hate it.
Wait.
can't
Question,
like it.
question. Who in here has seen the third Born movie?
No one.
Which one is that? Is that the bad one? I haven't
The
seen
Born
the bad ones
Ultimatum?
yet.
That's like the one that has like a
Um,
fake out scene too. But that's kind of what the L scene reminded me of.
I reckon
Or
that's what the Duffers are
mainly
pulling
just because
from.
of like the way it ties into the whole epilogue. I don't know.
oh, I've seen it. I just don't remember anything from it.
All right,
Also, Elle
scrap that.
is like definitely alive, right? Like we all think
She's
this.
dead, bro. She's dead.
I
Probably.
don't think she's alive. I don't think she's alive. I think that was just like
But Mike's evidence was like pretty convincing, and also she just
It's pretty
literally
solid.
like vanishes out of thin air before the upside down like explodes. So
I
I
don't know.
think
she's
Trying.
convincing. She's walking invisible. That made sense to you? I don't believe that for a second.
sure.
Okay, but the fact that we're having this debate, like low key, I might have the hot take here, but I thought the L sacrifice was good, in my opinion. I feel like I might be alone in this, but I thought it was pretty good.
No,
Like,
I think it was a good scene. I think the
I-
Purple Rain song was
yeah.
questionable, but I think it was a good scene.
Purple Rain's
I just
one
Yeah,
that
wish
just
I would say the only thing I
really
couldn't
makes me cry.
tell, like, whether this is like done well or not, or not done well, but like whether this was ambiguous or not, was the mind scene. Because like, if she really did escape, and if like Holly did kind of do like a fake version of her, then like how the heck did she had like a scene with Mike? Like, did he just make that up in his head? Like, I don't know.
That
I mean, I
specific
guess
scene, yeah, it has killed all of my hope about Elle being alive. It just could not have happened. I'm not one of those logic chuds who thinks too hard about things that happen in, TV shows like Stranger Things, but that just I can't deal with it, honestly.
yeah, like I don't like the idea that he just envisioned all of that in his head. That's kind of dark, honestly. It's like, oh wow,
I
so he
don't know.
doesn't get like a final
She
goodbye. He
probably
just
just went
imagines that.
invisible. She just went invisible, went inside that building she was in, and then she went into his mind.
That's what I was
since
thinking.
when since when could Elle
Not
just walk
invisible, but like she
invisible?
probably went somewhere far away. Like she probably like ran
Carly
far
made
enough
her
and then just
invisible,
like
bruh.
had him in his mind.
Also, how is she getting to Iceland? How is she getting there? Like
I
the
don't think that's
Man,
even
supposed to literally be Iceland,
bro.
bro. Just because they filmed it in Iceland doesn't mean it's literally Iceland.
what is she in Ohio? I don't think so. I think she's like
Oh my
somewhere.
She's in
gosh,
Detroit,
dude.
bro.
No, wait. How would Carly know how and when to do all of this?
All
And
right, fine. You convinced me she's dead. All right,
how
we
would
can
she
move on.
keep up the illusion while she's literally getting sucked into a wormhole in outer space? Like,
Bro,
depending on the
this was
positioning,
before.
she
No. Hold on. We're
no,
getting
no,
Apparently.
but
our
she would
timelines
have
wrong.
she would have
This was
been
before
sucked
the
into
whole
the
thing.
hole.
No, this was before that. This was
No,
before all that. Before
yeah,
the
yeah, no, but
absorbing
she would
happened.
not have to know exactly when to start the illusion, and she would have to keep up the illusion because Elle was still standing there, like her illusion or Elle or whatever you want to think. She was still standing in that gate when the bomb went off, and she was still standing in it for a little bit after the bomb went off, and everything was going crazy behind her. Like it just,
Okay, hear me out.
they have the
Hear
right
me out.
idea, but I think they executed the whole ambiguity with a little bit of hope thing pretty terribly, honestly.
I feel like that's what we're about to debate, whether the whole ambiguity is even done well. But here's the thing, right? It was set to the song of like When Doves Cry, right? So she could have had like a mind scene with Kali and be like, "Yo, within this amount of whatever, whenever this thing goes off, it's about to blow up." And then I don't know, they could have coordinated something because like while
Nah, I
she
don't
was at the
reckon.
truck, like she had plenty of time to consider that.
That's
I
a
It's
think
bit
it.
it's
convoluted.
Like the fact that she has psychic powers kind of makes it so that like at any point in time she could have been having a conversation with her.
I think it's
I
Eh,
reckon
nice if
she's bones.
people I think it's nice if people decide that Elle lived. Because that's a way
Yeah.
nicer ending than what actually happened. Because Elle does not deserve to go through more suffering. That's like the one character who shouldn't die to me. Like, let it be
Just
someone
like
else's
Batman.
turn. But yeah, like it
Sorry,
still
Baba.
worked emotionally for me. But I still feels kind of lazy just to repeat season one. I don't know. I mean, I knew they were gonna call back to season one. I like some of the callbacks, like Elle in like the kind of like astronaut suit type thing. That was kind of cool and stuff like that. But this, I don't know, felt kind of lazy to me. But in the end, it still worked for me emotionally, so I can't complain too much.
I just wish her death was like actually for a cause. Like it should have been like she has to sacrifice herself to like, do something other than just fucking killing herself for no reason. other than they'll make more elves, but like that's not like a tangible thing. You know what I mean?
I don't agree. I thought that
It
was
should
like
have been like
pretty.
she had to stay and be upside down to destroy it, otherwise it wouldn't work or something.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
You know,
Yeah.
like her dying had to be like a crucial factor, otherwise like their plan wouldn't work.
Yeah, I get that. I'll say like overall, like even you saying it felt like a repeat of season one. I felt like that was kind of the point. Like it was supposed to be like a parallel at least to season one.
It
Yeah,
was
And
it was
obviously.
definitely the point. I
yeah,
just
it's
don't like
definitely
that
supposed to be a parallel to season one. And if anything, like I think the season one version kind of gets criticized because it's like even though like it did lead to like the whole like her having to be separated from the whole crew, like at the end of the day, it's like she still like found her way back into the crew. So like realistically, like what did that lead to at the end of the day? It just led to like a prolonged journey of her like finding herself for like 7 episodes, and then like eventually she just finds her way back to the crew. Versus this version where it's like no, she has to like permanently cut her ties in order for like the military to never go back after her.
It's just so
Um,
depressing, man.
which is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
Because
feel
they
like
want that
it's kind of
bittersweet
different.
ending, bro. You can't have that Disney
This
Channel happy
isn't
ending for
bittersweet, man.
everyone.
It's just if Elle really did die, or even I would argue, even if she did live, and she did what Dan said, where she just can never contact her friends. I mean, I like to think that if she lived, she'd find a way to contact them. But the Duffers had to come out and shit on that and be like, yeah, there's no way in our heads where Elle would ever contact her friends ever again. Like that's just not happy. It doesn't have to be 100% happy, but that shit's just sad.
I mean, I guess you can kind of. I mean, this isn't really a good comparison, but you can like view it in the way like people grow up and grow apart. You know, not really a perfect comparison at all. But
The Duffer's explanation was that like Elle is part of like the magical fantastical world for the characters, and like they needed to move on from that. But that just feels disrespectful to Elle, I think,
I
because she's
respectfully, I
obviously
don't
way
want to
more.
hear them talk about like the show
I
anymore.
know,
Like I think I'm
Wait,
over
Loki, they're
that already.
cooking. They're cooking now. Wait.
Oh no, they're
but
not.
she's
No, they're
way
not. We need to stop.
but she's but she has become way more than her psychic powers in the show. Like so that
Yeah,
kind
but
of
that's my
feels
point. Like they're
disrespectful.
just saying bullshit,
That
bro.
that's the reason she has to die is because she has psychic powers. I just hate that.
No, it's because Elle represents their childhood and they're growing up. It's a coming of age
Yeah.
story, bruh.
Damn.
Well, I thought Elle's
Also,
speech to
Mike can do
Hopper
better.
was really powerful, and I think like the montages in this episode just like really worked for me. I don't know if it's like nostalgia or whatever, but the montage when she was talking to Hopper, uh, just really got to me, and the same with the Mike and Elle montage. Like those, I don't know. I usually hate like shit like that, but I don't know, it really worked well for me.
Yeah, this is the only episode where the flashbacks actually worked, including when they were chopping off Vecna's head. Although they did miss the Byler montage, which was a bit weird.
Yeah, indeed a better montage.
That's right, we'll edit it into the special edition.
I
Yeah.
also I could see that happening. Some fans gonna do some
Even
shit.
even though I don't like the whole logic of that particular scene about Elle sacrificing herself, I do have to say, that's the only time where logic really matters to me. That one scene. The rest of the season, I'm sure you guys have seen that little semi-viral Twitter post where it's like a list of quote unquote plot holes, and it includes some
Oh yeah.
bullshit like what's it? It includes some bullshit like I can't remember like what happened to the
Why
pregnant
didn't we
ladies.
read? Why didn't we read Max's letters? Why
Who
didn't?
opened the door in season one? I'm like,
Who
bro,
gives a fuck?
like, look, you can just, these are all things that happened off screen. It doesn't really matter. Like, why do we need to know about Vicky and Robin, bro? Like, they're nice. They were nice for the 10 minutes of screen time they got together, but we don't, that's not a flaw. That's not
Mm,
a criticism of the finale, bro. Especially when it takes 2 years
yeah.
apart. Like, it
Dude,
just
crazy
doesn't,
how all the gay characters ended up single though. Duffers
nah,
hate gays.
it's just, it
Oh
doesn't
my
make
gosh. Can we
sense.
talk about how the Duffers just like confirmed off like Robin breaks up with oh my God,
No, they said
Vicky
one
off
day
screen or
that
something?
they could be together, they could not be, and then they said 2 days later, yeah, they're probably broken up. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I just don't get what's their logic behind that. But anyways,
They're like one day into being unemployed and already going crazy.
it's,
Yeah, it's just like
I remember they
whoever
didn't they
the
say
spirit
today
is
like,
named.
bro, we just got the flu, bro, chill on us. Like we just doing bullshit interviews. Like, bro,
Yeah,
you
they're
need to
like,
chill.
actually, no, we're sorry, we were sick, just saying nonsense.
I mean, there's some stuff I can forgive all of that. I will say the Dr. K stuff. I can even forgive Dr. K stuff. I don't care that Nancy shot a bunch of military people and so did Hopper, and now they don't face consequences. It's
Oh yeah, who
really
cares
just
about that?
yeah, it's really just the L scene. But I mean, also I'm just glad to be rid of Dr. K. I don't need her to have a conclusion. I don't need that. That military stuff was the most dog ass thing this whole season. So I'm just
We
glad
should
it's
have just
gone.
had Elle fucking rip her head off like she did with the other guy there. Like,
Yeah,
just fucking
like
kill her.
yeah, like she would have. They would have done the sacrifice anyways. So like, there's no one to really prosecute. So
The
What
military
consequential
shit has
part of the
always
show?
been irrelevant, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like they were teasing it as
there's
like these
some.
are the consequences, right? Like her existing as a mutant means like
Yeah, that's
these
why she
people
killed
are gonna
herself.
exist, and they just like disappeared. I mean, I guess it's just implied like they can't really be around Hawkins, but it's just like they just left, and it's like there's no
They got no reason to be
explanation
there.
for like what potentially happened, even though they were supposed to be like the big consequence for L or for the crew.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some so-called plot holes. I'm not sure I'd call them plot holes
No, not
exactly.
plot holes.
Just like
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying in general. Some so-called plot holes that people listed, they're not really plot holes. They're more like shit Duffers dropped because they wanted to. Like I think it's kind of
Yeah.
wild. Susie's just never brought up again because Susie's
Yeah.
like a huge. I mean, she's a huge
Yeah.
part of like
is
season
it?
3. She's a huge part of season 3. Like the entire
Brother,
season,
it's been
entire
established.
season.
It's not
Yeah.
like
Dustin-
she's never brought up again. It's more like it's been established that Dustin was pretty depressed after that dipshit Eddie killed himself, and he did push everyone away. You know, I'm just saying this is one part where I feel like we don't need a Susie acknowledgement. We really don't.
But I
No, we
want
needed
one. I
one
I
line.
mean,
wanted one.
I wait, no. Hold on. I disagree with that because she was a big part of not only season 3 but season 4. So how are you gonna have a character that mattered in both seasons just suddenly not get mentioned?
Was
in
she
this
really
season?
that big of a part of season
She was
4?
not a big part
Bro,
of season
yes, she
4. She
was
was in
from a
one
plot
terrible
perspective.
episode.
She did some generic TV hacker man stuff, and then
She's in the
Argyle,
You still
entire
acknowledged
episode.
her.
bro, Argyle cracked her sister. Like that's all. That's it.
Yeah, we
But
needed
I
a
wa-
return
I mean,
of
I get what
Enid,
you
bro.
mean, but like, it's still weird that like
Is there any
it
reason we
She
couldn't get
doesn't
like
even have to
one
have a
line,
scene.
just
Just
one
like at least
line?
mention her one time.
Dan,
Yeah,
let
just
the
like one
host
line.
talk.
You
It's
said what?
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, just
No, but
just like
we
one
actually
line. One line is all you need.
Yeah, it should have been when Steve was hating on Dustin in episode 5. It should have been like, yeah, that's why Susie left you, bitch.
It just feels like so
Just-
many things in the show the Duffers just decide they don't care about anymore, so they don't even want to mention it.
I mean,
Poor
this has
Dr.
been an
Owens is still
issue.
hiding in that desert.
I actually did want to see Doctor. Fuck yeah, I actually did want to find out what happened to Dr. Owens, bro. He deserves better.
Nah, he was a boring character in season 4,
but
but like, they should have mentioned
cared
that he was
about
dead or
Elle.
something.
Come on, he cared about Elle.
Dude.
Yeah,
And he was
Just mention.
going to the lengths to defending her from Brenner when Brenner wanted to keep her, and the fucking fate of the world was on it. And Brenner was like, nah, don't let her go. She needs to learn more. Like, come on, Owens was pretty. He's a chill guy. He's a chill guy.
yeah, he didn't need to be in this season, but they should have mentioned like what the fuck he was doing. or if
Should
he
have
was dead.
visited his damn grave or something.
Yeah, he was buried next to Billy and Bob.
I thought there
Owens
was gonna
over
be some
Susie?
I thought there was gonna be some significance to like Will being taken on November 6th, but there literally isn't. And it's not just what Duffers have said. Like there's a scene in like episode 2 of the season, I think, where Lucas is like, the day everything changed, the day Will got taken, all that shit, and it doesn't really mean anything at all. Like I don't,
the
I don't
anniversary thing was
understand
just
why.
like a
Why did they put that in
coincidence.
there? It's not like it's a bad thing that it's a coincidence. It's just that they like, wrote it in the show like they're like teasing fans, and then like nothing happens with it. I just don't understand wasting your time with it if you're not interested in that.
It's just
Telling
because
you,
it's
bro.
cool.
I am gonna ask. Okay, yeah, Vecna, 12 kids. Come on, it's stupid that they have no reason. Like,
Bro, come on. It's just
There's
standard
12
evil guys.
12
When-
numbers on a
When did they
clock,
say that
bro.
was significant though?
why
the
why do
time.
the Duffers don't? Why do they not care about anything though? Like,
Brother, this is like
anything-
asking why the Death Star has one little spot where you can shoot a missile and blow it up and blow the whole thing
No,
up. Come
that's
on.
that's way different.
Yeah, and then we
I
had a
guess
whole
it's-
movie explaining that.
And the movie was
Maybe
ass.
it's because
Yeah.
season 4 I felt more than any other season so interested in like the details for once, and this season just like went back like they don't care, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it's not like a huge deal. Just felt like they were like they didn't actually reveal that much about the Upside Down. Like they revealed one thing about the Upside Down, which was
One
kind
pretty
of
fucking
it was
big thing.
significant. It was big, but we didn't actually learn that much about the Upside Down. We just
It was
know
a pretty-
there's
We
an
still don't-
extension. of the Upside
We
Down.
still don't know why the fuck it looks like Hawkins.
Yeah, like I had a bunch
It's
of
a
predictions,
bridge,
like
bro.
relating before the season. I released a bunch of predictions, like, and a lot of them were like relating to like secrets about the Upside Down. And I think I haven't checked back on those. Probably should, but I think most of those answers are not revealed anyways. Still, which is funny. I don't think it really matters that much. Like world building, who cares in the long run? But it's just like they kind of wasted our times a little because they like set up certain stuff and went nowhere with it. Really.
I feel like it's gonna come down to what ultimately interests you a little bit more about the whole series. Like, if you're more into it for the characters, kind of strangely enough, why would you be into that? You might be more into,
What?
I guess, some of the more like season 3 stuff, where it's like a lot more character interactions. But if you're into it for, I'm not saying Sin specifically, but there's probably a lot of fans who were probably more excited about the upside down lore and all the mystery stuff, probably season 1 chuds and everything like that. So it's probably what piques your interest more. I will agree it was a pretty wasted twist, but at the end of the day, the epilogue made up for it for the most part, except for that L thing. That just soured it for me, but
Yeah,
It's
I think
not
the
that
Duffers
I.
are good at. Oh,
I was just gonna say, it's not that I care more about world building stuff. It's just like they just set stuff up and then did nothing with it. That just like frustrates me. Like why they like play around with the fans and do nothing about it.
yeah, I think the Duffers are good at those like broad strokes, like plot and stuff. But the details they often miss a lot of shit, and like they come up with stuff and then forget about it. I don't know. Clearly just they. What annoys me is when they try to act like they have all this shit planned out when they very clearly do not.
Maybe they did. It's
Yeah.
just
No.
they weren't good at the execution.
Yeah. The other thing was like the whole Vecna can he be redeemed stuff, and they didn't really do that. It was kind of funny they like totally ignored that in the finale, like his backstory and stuff. But I felt like it was like so uninteresting how they like revealed how he discovered that rock, which basically put the mind flayer inside him. I thought that stuff was like super underwhelming.
Yeah, but I really loved the part where Will tries to redeem him, and then he's like, "Nah, bro, I love being evil." I thought that was really cool.
It was kind of cool, but also feels like a waste of time because they've been like hinting at like his vulnerable side. Not like I want to see him redeemed. It just felt like they were kind of wasting the audience's time with some of that.
Yeah, well, that's the whole fucking season.
Yeah, unfortunately.
all right, let's talk
Dead
about
air.
the next
Dead
part.
air.
Let's
Oh
talk
wait, you
about
don't have any. So you don't have anything else you want about the good and the bad. I guess we haven't talked about the epilogue at all.
Yeah.
So when I first watched the epilogue, I mean, I loved it, but I felt like I was a little underwhelmed. I don't know exactly why. I actually thought the Dustin graduation scene was out of character. I don't know why I thought that. Because I really loved it on the second watch. I think all the scenes emotionally work really well. I love so much about it. I love how like Steve is a baseball coach. I loved all that rooftop scene with all the older teens. That was so good. Like the first time you see Steve cry, you could like see him like struggling, trying not to cry. I thought the Mike Hopper scene wasn't the best. I think I was just like had higher expectations because that scene there's been like photos of that scene for a long time. So I was expecting like one of the best scenes of the show, and it wasn't that. It was still like a cool scene. Just was expecting more. And obviously the final scene paralleling the first scene of the show, that scene is just like yeah, that was really emotional. I mean, you guys cringe when I talk about how when I cry in the show, but I think when you mention when you cry to something like a TV show or movie, it like that like shows how well it works emotionally. I think like if you can cry to something is like really powerful. In that final scene, probably like the first time I've like ever like full on sobbed from a TV show or movie. You guys might cringe, might be corny, but like that scene, it's like really sad, but done really well. Them like closing their binders and putting it away, basically saying goodbye to the show. It's definitely one of the best endings to a TV show. I think one of the best final scenes. It's just like really worked. All the final 40 minutes was really good.
Yeah, in terms of a crying thing, that last scene almost got me, except that I was watching with a bunch of people, so it was a little bit
Almost.
more jovial.
Oh
But it
yeah.
was
Oh yeah. It
especially
was a
when
lot of
Mike,
people.
especially when Mike fucking looks down and sees like the next generation playing D&D. That stuff
Yeah,
was
that
fucking
broke
awesome.
me.
Although my hot take is, I think the only really good parts of the epilogue are that scene and the Mike Hopper scene. I thought the rooftop scene was kind of fucking lame,
Bro, I
and
thought that was like
like
just as sad as the final scene.
I don't know, that scene just felt like just the actors just riffing. It didn't feel like true to me. I don't know. And the
Like,
graduation thing was fine, I guess.
yeah, the graduation scene I liked a lot more on rewatch. I think it really worked that really well. And I really liked how like Stacy came back, and they're like
Oh yeah,
they're
true.
about to go to a party, and then Mike is like, "No, I got a better idea. Let's not go out and party. Let's just play D&D like losers."
Cock block.
There should have been a post-credit scene where everyone else is at the party and Mike's just fucking killing himself in the basement.
Dude,
All right. I thought the Dustin thing, bit of a hot take. It's in character, but it's super corny. Like obviously it's gonna be corny. I don't think there's an uncorny way to do that scene. It's
oh
just
my gosh.
it's just corny, bro. Like it's
I
fine.
think the ending is allowed to be corny.
No, the whole ending is allowed to be corny, but it wasn't. It was just that graduation scene. It was a little bit silly. Like it's the type of thing you would probably laugh at, because it's cringe. Kind of like Eddie in season 4, you know. And I guess that makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's supposed to be him honoring Eddie a little bit. He has a Hellfire Lives On t-shirt, you know.
The fucking Eddie glaze this season is insane, bro.
No, I'm not glazing it.
Eddie
I'm just
was
saying.
No, I'm
great.
saying the season is.
Oh yeah. Eddie's a dumbass, but yeah. Besides
Eddie gets
that,
glazed? That's crazy.
I do
Eddie
agree
gets
that.
the opposite of glazed.
All right. I do agree the Mike Hopper scene. It's like Hopper didn't care a lot. I don't know.
Mhm.
He obviously cared, but you couldn't really tell from the body acting and the face acting. It was a little bit too muted. Maybe they were trying to do a point, like, Hopper accepts this daughter's death a lot more than he accepted the first one, where he was just chugging pills, alcohol, all that shit. Uh, I guess that's the point they were trying to make, but rewatching that one scene, it's a little bit weak. But yeah, I don't have to talk about how good the final scene is, because that's probably, I agree, that's the one super emotional, made me tear up a little bit. It was really good. It kind of redeemed it all for me a little bit.
Absolutely.
I also loved Bowie's version of Heroes playing this time because previously it was Peter Gabriel, which is like a more sadder version. I liked how they played like the more happier version. Apparently, it was
Oh yeah,
Joe
the credits were
Keery.
fucking awesome.
Joe Keery brought it
Yeah.
up. It wasn't the Duffers' idea.
Surely they would have. What the fuck else would they have used? I can't think of any other song
Who
they could have
knows?
used.
I don't know. They would
Dude, the
probably.
needle
And
drops in this
when
episode
I'm
is
back
crazy.
in Chicago,
Yeah, that would never happen.
it would have been better.
Wait, was that your favorite needle drop? What was your favorite?
Of this episode of the episode? I'm not sure I
Yeah.
would consider that a needle drop since it's like the credits.
There's like
Yeah,
there was like
I
three
mean,
three major ones.
that was really good, but I think Purple Rain was a better needle drop. I think that
Yeah,
was like
Purple Rain was
perfect.
my
I was not expecting Prince to be the artist that would be in the show, like everyone was saying Pink Floyd or something. But I thought the Purple Rain and When Doves Cry was also an awesome needle drop. Like when they're upside down, they're like the two cars like racing against each other. All that was great. But yeah, Purple Rain was like a perfect needle drop. That was like one of the best needle drops in the show, in my opinion.
I think it would have been better
Yeah,
if instead of
definitely.
Purple Rain, they played a Never-Ending Story.
Never
Oh, they
do that
also
again.
they also tease Final Countdown. Like they say like ready for the Final Countdown or whatever. And I was like,
I
oh
didn't
shit, they're
catch
gonna
that.
play Final
Oh
Countdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if I mean,
Yeah,
that would have
they're
been
like-
way better. Sorry,
It'd be a little
Shut up.
too corny for me. I still feel like
it would have been.
I
It would
don't
have
know
been
that-
corny, but they needed to use that fucking song, bro. I'm surprised. I'm so shocked they did not use it in the marketing.
That song is like so unserious to me. Like I would not be able to take it serious remote.
It would have
It's
been
like-
tough for a trailer.
Yeah, it'd be cool for a trailer.
It was
But it
literally
feels like
released in
a-
1987.
That song feels like a commercial song to me. Like I feel like I've heard it in a bunch of commercials, so that's why I think of it as.
Yeah, well, Stranger Things is basically a Super Bowl commercial these days.
I was
So.
about to say, isn't it all commercial songs?
When it was Purple Rain in the commercial.
I feel like they all were big songs at one point.
Oh, yeah, I mean the songs are big. I just mean like I feel like I've heard Final Countdown in a bunch of commercials, so like it doesn't feel like a real song to me. So I feel like if they played it,
Oh.
it would take me out of the show a bit. But I thought like Purple Rain was perfect to play. I couldn't imagine like a better song. I've seen a lot of the fans who are like pissy that whatever they wanted happened didn't happen. Like that sucked. I didn't feel anything. They're like totally lying. They're total bullshit.
Mm,
What do you mean?
You don't think they're lying when they say there's like a lot of fans that are saying that Purple Rain needle drop was terrible.
I thought it was kind of weird, but I do think it was good.
How was it? How is it weird?
Oh no, just weird.
What? Well, no.
This isn't a fucking courtroom, bro. I don't got anything. I'm not some fucking musician.
Oh.
It just I don't think it was the
No,
100%
why
correct
did it
song.
seem like he was trying to attack you for your opinion?
I wasn't
That's
attacking
what
him.
we
I was just
do.
like, I was just looking for conversation to see if he had any insight.
I think the only weird thing was there being like 2 Prince songs from the same album.
Yes, because
I
they're
think
playing
it's
the
kind of
fucking
cool.
vinyl, bro.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool they play like the album.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. So that is like thematically, that does make sense.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro.
when Doves Cry is like it's like the side 2 of the vinyl when it starts. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, and then like the scene that Mike quote unquote imagines in his head is from the same vinyl. Makes sense.
That's why we have Dan around.
That was elevated because
Whoa.
so I watched that finale and I was on a cruise ship and then there was like a New Year's Eve party and then they were playing songs and it started pouring rain and they started playing Purple Rain. It kind of got me emotional because I was thinking of the show. It's kind of corny, but
Wait, you wasn't lying to me when you said that. What the fuck?
yeah, I wasn't lying. It would start pouring rain and they started playing Purple Rain and everyone was singing. It was like an awesome moment.
They were playing it
So
at the
kinda-
fucking. I was at the climbing gym yesterday and they were fucking playing it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, kind of new running up the hill.
Oh,
Except we don't want to
boy.
hear it a dozen times this time. We don't want to hear it in the show ever again because the show's over.
Well, Every Breath You Take finally has a competition.
No, that one's still better.
Almost.
You think that's the best Neo drop of the show?
No, time after
The
time.
best
is.
since Every Breath You Take. Since that.
I think though the Snowball Neo drops are really good, but I'm not sure what I'd say is the best. I mean,
The
there's
snowball.
Running Up
All the
That Hill.
songs of a snowball are literally like unbeatable.
I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's like an amazing scene, but
Still the
I mean,
best
I really
ending to a
like-
season.
I really like the Heroes Neo drop in season 1.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty tough.
What else do I like? I like.
The
I
repeat in
can't think
season
of it
3 is
off the
pretty
top
good
of
as
my
well.
head. The season 3.
Yeah, they do when they play it again at the end of season 3.
Oh yeah, at the Hopper letter. Yeah, that was really good.
What about Neverending Story, bruh?
Oh yeah, that's one of the best too.
That
Like,
one's
see, I
pretty good,
can't
too.
choose. Like that could be my favorite.
Oh my god.
What? It's awesome. What do you mean?
Nothing.
It's like so awesome. Like they play in the middle of them getting chased by the mind flayer. It's like it brings me joy every time I watch it. It's like so awesome.
Wait, did I get my thoughts on the epilogue or no?
Did you? I mean, give your thoughts.
Probably
not
Oh
that
my
important.
gosh.
You said
I don't think I did. Okay, so basically, oh my gosh. So basically, what everybody said in a nutshell, but also like a key moments. One, I like that Hopper didn't spiral after the final pre-epilogue scene. I'm glad he didn't spiral after that because otherwise it would have just been a repeat. Um, Another thing was during the graduation, I initially like I was kind of scared that they were just gonna repeat like Mike spiraling again because like he had that part where like he saw the speakers and like had flashbacks to the L sacrifice. So I was like, oh, are they just gonna repeat that? But then no, they turned that into something different. Also, did anybody recognize the girl that was asking Dustin to the party? Like, was the same person from the
Yeah.
snowball scene? Like, I
Yeah.
had to
They say
look
her
we
that
all
name
up.
and everything.
What the fuck? It's
Real
crazy.
ones know.
yeah.
But yeah, I think Steve's outcome I like the most. Like I like that he becomes like the coach, like he becomes like a mentor of sorts. I thought that was really fitting. Jonathan being a film major is like the most Jonathan thing ever, so that was kind of cool. Um, and I liked I really the Dungeons and Dragons scene. I like that the whole series kind of ends the way it starts. Even like the credits is like basically the D&D manual. So like in one sense there's going to be like a Stranger Things theory that the whole show is basically like a glorified Dungeons and Dragon like manual story time whatever. So I thought that's kind of cool in that context. And I do like again, I said this earlier, I do like that they did this whole like open to interpretation L thing because it fits in with the theme of Dungeons and Dragons. And I think it's to me like the Duffers like said at one point earlier that they like they don't like leaving stones unturned, which is funny because I think they quite literally did that quite a bunch this season. But in this situation, I like that they didn't just solve every single mystery, that they did leave certain things up to interpretation. We could argue whether that works with this show or not, because like this show tends to have like a family friendly tinge to it, but I just like that, there was some type of sacrifice. There was some type of bittersweetness to it. It wasn't just like a everybody got what they wanted at the end thing, even though, again, you could argue whether that's a good thing or not. But I like that there was a hard earned victory element to it all. It wasn't just like everybody got everything. But that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. They kind of played around with the theory that the entire show was just like Mike writing a book, because he was actually did in the end like kind of write each of um or some of the characters' endings, like Matt's and Lucas and Dustin and Will. So I thought it was kind of funny.
I believe.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
I
Mike.
thought the Will's all the characters' conclusions were good, except Will feels like so lame. He's like all alone in a gay bar. Like, is that actually a good ending for him?
Yeah, Mike
Was
was
it a
like,
gay
and then
bar?
Will get shipped off to Tel Aviv to fucking live the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I think the Dustin and Steve going on a road trip thing was like leaked, but I also love that. And I also want to talk about the rooftop scene more, because that scene was like how they say like, oh, they're gonna meet up once a month, and you can kind of see it in their eyes, like that's totally not gonna happen. That's probably one of the last times they'll probably see each other. Just kind of like what happens when you grow older. It's like pretty sad. I really,
That's what you
really
took from
love
it?
that scene. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's what
like
I thought. I
how
thought like they were just like they obviously they want to do that, but like you kind of tell like their lives are gonna get busy. They're probably not just maybe one person, but one or two people make it to like some meetup or something. But like that, it kind of looked like they were like, it'd be nice if this happens, but it's probably not gonna happen.
it's like
I
how
mean,
we said
Steve
we
and
were going to keep
Dustin's still a
doing
thing.
Visit Peak.
All I heard was, "Is it peak?"
Uh, I think that scene is
Just
probably, hot take. Besides the obvious D&D scene, I think this is probably the best scene in the episode. It's very, and we can call that what it is. It's probably me being a chud and finding it a little bit more relatable because it's just a bunch of dudes who outgrew high school and now they're all switching up on what they originally wanted to do, and they're all growing up and drinking beers on the rooftop of the
Yes,
place they used to hang out at. It's just so Gen Z coded. I hate saying that because it makes me sound like a millennial, but it's very relatable, that one scene. I really liked it a lot.
absolutely.
I'd say a lot about a lot about the epilogue is very Gen Z, like kind of like the people who um graduate or close to graduate like around the pandemic, like even the Dustin one, how they talked about how like it was like a very strange past few years and stuff like that. It like felt a lot like when I graduated high school.
True. Wait, is the military quarantine an allegory for COVID? Is Dr. K supposed to
It kind of
be
was
is Dr. K supposed to be Fauci?
no, Dr. K
something
is
Oh
like
my
supposed to
that.
be
gosh.
Joe Biden.
Okay, yeah, true that. Hell yeah. Wait, yeah, no,
Season
maybe I like the Dustin speech more now. Wait, that's pretty cool. I should probably rewatch it.
I also really like the Dustin speech where they talk about how they like became friends with people they would never imagine being friends with. And that's kind of like the thesis of the show to me. Like all these characters, like a lot of them are like totally different people. Like people like Steven and Robin becoming best friends. In a lot of places be inconceivable. Like the a jock and a closeted lesbian in the 80s. Like Dustin and Steve. Like Steve is the best friends with like this little nerdy kid, just like stuff like that when they're like cutting to all the characters. When Dustin was talking about that, made me really emotional and like made me realize this show's coming to an end. It's over after this.
I agree. Yeah, Steve's better than me because I would not be friends with kids. I'm not gonna lie, they're way too annoying.
If
Friends
Dustin,
is
well,
crazy.
depends on the season of Dustin. If it was Dustin, I'd be okay. It depends on the season though. He can be really annoying though.
Me and Mike Wheeler are best friends.
Ew.
Wait, like how Derek was like waving to
Oh,
Mike, and he's
waving.
like, okay.
That
And
shit was so funny.
yeah, I think it was the previous episode. Derek was like saying, to Holly that Mike is his best friend and all that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
Derek
guess
was the king of this season.
Yeah,
No.
after he switched up, yeah.
he came through in the end. I mean, he was struggling to get through the cave, but he made it.
Yeah, how'd he fit through that shit?
All right, bro. All right. Come on.
Just
He
saying
could
it how it
squeeze
is.
through.
It's just the facts, bro.
It is pretty. I don't know if we're still talking about the finale. Even though we're talking about the epilogue a little bit more, it is pretty funny how Vecna just. I don't know. He found the willpower to do that. I get it. It makes sense, but it's just funny how easy he did it. He just fucking embraced it just a tiny bit, made a couple of grimaces, and then he was halfway through the cave already. So
I
I
never
will
talked
say,
about
like,
how
those were the best Vecna scenes.
I never talked about how like the actual Vecna dying scene,
I was just thinking that.
dying death scene. Uh, I don't know how you guys felt, but I felt. I mean, thematically, it's cool, but how they executed it, I thought it was super silly. How like Joyce was the one to give the final blow. It just like felt.
I thought it
I
was
was out of
fucking
it.
awesome. I think it was definitely the right call to have Joyce do it because she's done fucking nothing this whole season.
Yes.
And like, she was the one who we experienced most of the drama through back in season 1. Like, it was her son that went missing. And we weren't following Will's perspective, we were following hers. So, felt very appropriate. I loved her shitty one-liner. And I liked how we got to see how each character was affected as she fucking chopped his head off.
Yeah, the
Yep.
montage was cool. I just I mean, there's nothing wrong with it on paper. It just I don't know, something about it felt kind of silly to me. Maybe it's because Joyce hasn't done anything. And also, I think it felt kind of silly to me because in the play, Joyce and Vecna know each other. Like, so it felt kind of, I don't know. It was, I get liking it, just like, I don't know, it just felt kind of silly to me. I don't know why exactly.
I did find it funny that Joyce gets to come with them up to the abyss, but Hopper has to stay home with fucking Murray.
Oh, yeah. I also thought I guess I wasn't fully paying attention to the first watch because I thought Murray did a fully kamikaze when he threw the bomb. Like, I thought he jumped in there too. So I thought,
Yeah.
wait, is Murray dead? But no, he just threw it. So
Alright, we need to move on.
yeah. Kind of already talked about each character's ending. Not fully. I mean, we got like Dustin kind of just giving for knowledge like he always has, and Will. We talked about the Will just alone in the gay bar.
he's not alone, but he's definitely cruising there. We know what he's there for. Yeah,
I mean,
if
he's
the
alone,
Amen.
really. I
gay
mean, he has
listeners, gay listeners, don't hold that against me. I love y'all.
A guy immediately
Yes.
showed up to smash booties though.
he has no friends with him. It's
Amen.
like kind of depressing.
Brother, they showed up to bump uglies. Like, come on.
That's crazy. Also, Max is one
No.
of the most academic people I've ever met in my life. Because how on earth you missed 18 months of school and you graduate at the same pace as everybody else?
More like 36
I mean, they were
months.
all pretty busy.
Maybe
Like,
they had her take
how was
they might have had her take the ESOL classes. I don't know.
Dustin a
what?
valedictorian?
Yeah, how the fuck was Dustin the
He's
valedictorian?
smart, bro. That's what y'all been telling me ever since I started the season or the show.
He
I kept hating on Dustin.
smart,
Yeah. He's the smartest kid, y'all said.
but he's like he's been like doing the fucking crawls and all that shit. So like, I guess everyone else at the school sucked.
Well, this is the show. Season 5 is set in the fall, right? So like November. Yeah, November basically. So he had like 8 months, or I don't know, whenever they graduate, like June. He had all those months to lock in.
Yeah, but he was also being like super depressed and corny, and putting snakes in lockers and stuff.
Yeah, school shooter shit. Yeah, but he was still probably getting the homework done.
Yeah, probably. It's just kind of funny because of how much they missed. He still got valedictorian. And then Lucas and Matt's the only, well, other than Hopper and Joyce, Lucas and Matt's the only couple who got to stay together.
I was
Deserved.
very happy with Lucas and Max getting their happy ending. They're like the only good couple in the show.
Chill.
Also, Hopper
What's
and fucking Joyce married each other, bro.
Well, they didn't marry each other yet, but yeah, he proposed
Yeah,
to
but they're
Joyce.
gonna, which was the
Oh,
latest
yeah,
scene,
and,
by the way.
And Hopper's moving to Montauk, where
Gotta clap for
which
that.
the show was the show originally named after.
Terrible.
It wasn't. It was funny. I thought
I
it was
saw-
funny.
I still wish Bob never died, bro. I know the actor requested to go out, but come on, bro.
What?
Bob was so good.
Bob clears Hopper. Let's be real.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he
I'm
does.
never gonna
Bob
forget
the
that, bro.
actor
That's
requested that?
I think he said that he wanted to be given a good death, like going out doing something
Yeah,
good.
he knew
something
he
like
was going to
that.
be killed off, but he just wanted like a good death.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
I'm
Wow.
pretty sure they told him he was gonna die before the season, before he signed on. He just said he wanted like a heroic ending.
Wait, they kept pushing it off because like with Steve, like the actor was so awesome.
yeah, I
Yeah.
miss Bob, bro. Bob is probably still the best side character. Fuck Eddie, fuck Alexi, fuck did we have one in season 5? Fuck Collie. We love Bob. We
What
love
about
Bob.
Derek?
Derek is like
Derek
a mini
lived.
Bob. Yeah, he's
Derek
chill.
and Bob team up in season 6.
That shit would be awesome, bro. I'm glad that we got
BP.
like a little tribute to Bob in the beginning of season 3. I think Will drew like a Bob superhero tribute thing and they hung it up on the wall. And then it was just 80 hours of, Hopper trying to get in them cheeks, but it's whatever.
I also thought it was cool, kind of funny how they basically converted Mike as a self-insert for the Duffers with him like writing. It was also kind of
Storyteller continues telling stories. What a fucking lame ending, bro.
I
It's
love
kind of
that
funny.
part, man. I love that line in
No,
particular.
yeah,
That
it's a
was
great line. It's just
yeah.
funny that
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
gets to like live happily ever after, and Mike,
It,
I'm
it
just
was
gonna
just
keep writing shit in my room.
the shot composition and the way he has those stupid low glasses on. It just looked funny.
Yeah, it was cool.
He has Will's painting in his room too. Brothers Have Hope.
Oh hell
Right.
yeah!
W tribute.
Yeah.
Do y'all?
I think they're
watch-
actually mad about that though.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
The Bilers.
Because Mike's homophobic.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I actually haven't seen as much stuff. Surprisingly, I think they've like quieted it down a bit. I mean, there's still
Good.
like a lot. They're like a loud minority now. I feel. But how so? How do you guys feel this finale compared? First of all, to the other season finales of the show.
I think it's sadly the least good season finale, but not by much.
I would say it's hard to say really because I mean the last if the last 50 minutes, like say you end, like basically say episode 8 ends with Vecna dying and then you had episode 9 be from then on to the end, that'd be like maybe the best episode of the show or one of the best at least. But overall I'd say it's pretty easily the worst finale of the show.
If you guys want a spoiler for my Stranger Things ranking video, I have it right, like pretty much right below the currently,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense for you.
because has a way better like build up and action and like spectacle, but obviously this one has a way better epilogue, so I feel like they kind of even out.
Yeah, I
It's
think this
crazy.
is definitely. I would say it's definitely the best epilogue. I don't know. I mean, I have a soft spot for the season 2 epilogue.
I think season 2 is
But
still the best one.
it's hard to say. You know, I just feel like a lot like the season 2 connection for me is like nostalgic. Maybe
You
it's
just
better, but
can't
I don't
beat
know.
the snowball, bro. It's just so fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like
I don't know.
such a perfect encapsulation of that era of the show, and like the one time
Yeah.
where all the kids have a happy ending together. Just with that little tease of the mind flayer still being out there, it's like such a good ending.
Yeah, season 2 also kind of felt like series finale esque.
Dan microwaving shit right now.
Hold on, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Hold on. Hold
Bro.
on. Cut this part. Cut this part. Cut this part. Cut this part. Cut this part.
Do not cut that.
We ain't cutting shit.
Dan's
Alright,
heating up his fucking
alright.
Cheetos in the microwave.
Hold on,
Dan,
hold
just
on, hold on.
continue, bro. Just continue. Just
can't,
continue.
I'm
Or if
laughing
we
right
if we
now.
need if you need to cut, then I'll start. Up to you.
Hey, bro. Okay, wait. Hres, do you, and then I'll do me.
All right, go eat them nachos, bro. All right. We're talking about finales, ranking them, right? I would probably square this if I had to rank them. Probably second worst. I would still say season 1 finale is unfortunately the least good. It's still pretty
Oh,
good.
excuse me.
It's
That's
still pretty
crazy.
good, but the
Oh my
epilogue is
gosh.
just not it. I don't like the season 1 epilogue. It's way too season 1-y. I don't know, bro.
The fuck does that mean?
It's just not a vibe. It's just not a vibe, bro. And this show, it's the best when it's a vibe. The same can be said of every show except for Succession.
That's true, but season 1 is a vibe.
All of season 1, I consider season 1 to be like probably one of the strongest season 1s maybe ever in the
Yep.
very small list of TV shows I've seen. But it's a very amazing season one. It's probably one of the strongest starts ever. But the finale, it's mostly good. It's also kind of the epilogue just ain't it, bro. And if there's one thing I've come to realize, I really like these epilogues. Like the epilogue can flip the whole thing. So I say season one is bottom. Season five, the right side up is probably next. And then if I had to rank the three other ones, I'm a season three glazer. We already know this, but I also really love the piggyback. I'd probably do the piggyback is the best one. Let's see what else. Battlestar Court second best, and then the third one is probably whatever they called season two. The Gate. The Gate. That one's awesome. Those are all like tens out of tens for me. Not that TV ratings matter really, but and then the last two are 9 out of 10s.
I agree with you that the season one finale isn't as good, but I still think it's insane to put it over under the season five finale because there's like an hour and 10 of like pretty mediocre shit. I think the epilogue was kind of underwhelming in season one, but like I don't know, it's kind of insane to me because it was still good. It was a good finale. I think the others are better until season five.
This is
But
really random.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
This is
go
really
ahead.
random, but I just can't get over how the fact that the most epic episode of the show is called The Piggyback. Like, that's such a fucking stupid title.
It's
Yeah,
think it's
awesome
dope.
though.
Kind of cool though.
Yeah, it's not
pretty
like a
dope.
problem. It's just weird. But right
Nah,
side
Piggyback
up
and
is a fucking
Starcourt,
tough title.
I didn't mention it, but Starcourt Mall and Piggyback basically tied for me. I can go either way. It depends on the day, but right now I'd say I like Starcourt Mall more, and then Piggyback, and then the Gate, and then Upside Down, and then the right side up.
Isn't that cute?
Okay, down with your microwave Cheetos. Now go.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how y'all be ranking these episodes, but I'll just say the best overall finale. Anyways, the best overall finale is season 2, probably, because that one has like the best
Okay.
of all worlds. Like, it has a cool climax, has a cool build up, and has a good epilogue.
Yeah,
All the other
exactly.
seasons, one element of it is kind of weak, but season 2, I think, is like overall the best payoff, especially after like a really slow pace season.
I don't think anything is wrong with season one's finale. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know what
not
they're
that
talking
there's
about
any.
either. They're bugging.
Okay,
They're bugging.
there's nothing wrong with it. Really, it's just like it's not as good. It's like consistent. That's kind of the thing with season one. It's like consistent. I just think the other finales have like higher highs. Um, that's all I think. And I
The
think
only minor problem I have with season one's is that Jonathan and Steve and Nancy fight the Demogorgon, but they don't even kill it. It just like leaves so that 11 can do it instead.
I think like 11 disappearing emotionally. I mean, first watch it definitely worked, but I think once you realize she's back, it just doesn't work emotionally as well for me.
Yeah,
But it's
fair.
still like good. I don't think it's bad. And I also wanted to compare this to other series finales that you guys have seen. I personally, I've seen tons of shows. It's really hard because like the first 50 minutes is perfect, and that's really the ending. Really, the other is just like build up to that. But overall, as a finale episode, this is one of the worst finales I've seen. Like, what would I compare it to?
Game of Thrones.
They kind of like no,
Lost.
like a kind of like mediocre finale that's kind of okay. The Lost finale is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
You guys can go while I try to think.
I was gonna say don't do this to me because yeah, I like the finale. I really like the epilogue, but when you start comparing it to other shows, it kind of you're gonna make me dislike it. Like you're gonna make me talk about the problems more. I like appreciating it for what it is and the journey, but yeah, this just pales in comparison to a lot of other finales. I know I don't watch a lot of TV, but I still think I have a pretty good way. I have a pretty good, way to detect a good finale or a great finale. This one probably isn't leagues near at any of the good ones I've seen.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at my very short list of shows I've seen. I think Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Succession, and Twin Peaks all have way better endings than this.
Okay, ending scene. Now end like actual ending, like last 10 minutes of a show.
I mean, finales.
Yeah, I know, but now so the finale overall, the only thing I can think of quality wise, like it's like decent overall, is like the Seinfeld finale, which was decent. But the like actual like final 10 minutes, I think this is one of the best. Like probably
You're copying.
I don't know where
please,
I put
bro.
it.
I think Succession's
what?
last 10 minutes is fucking awesome. I think that might be my favorite.
Oh, I like
Like
Stranger
I'm saying,
Things. Still,
Cinnabad,
that's
you are
for sure.
copying, please.
I'm what?
What?
Say it
You
slowly.
are copying, please.
Who's
Copying,
please?
please.
Who's
Fuck
don't
you
know
talking
please,
about?
what that
bro?
means.
Oh, do you mean please like
You.
PLEAS?
Yes.
You are
What does that
copying,
mean?
please.
Because you keep saying,
We're all
okay, but the last 10 minutes, bro, just say the thing was not that good. It's okay.
No,
We forgive you.
but I want to compare. I want to compare the ending, like the ending scene, to other ending scenes.
I
of
get yeah,
shows.
I get what you're talking about. I think Succession has the best ending, like last scene of any show I've seen.
I like the Stranger Things ending scene way more than the Succession. I actually kind of hate the Succession ending scene
It's because you're
Why?
a Kendall
never mind.
fanboy.
because it's fucking stupid. We've already been through Kendall trying to think killing himself a billion times in the show.
Yeah, but the music is so good, bro.
And it's
But
very
that's
different in context.
so. The music in the final scene was good too in Stranger Things.
AI generated orchestral remix. I'm joking.
So I was
I would
about to say, if we're
say
talking about finales, oh sorry, do you want to talk?
I was just gonna say where like as the ending scene, I would say it's better than the Succession's ending scene. I would say
It's
what was
better
in
than
Better
Better Call
Call
Saul and
Saul?
Breaking Bad's last scenes.
What was Better Call Saul's ending scene? I don't even
Whoa,
remember.
whoa.
It was just
What was
fucking
it?
Kim walking out of a jail and they do the finger gun thing. It should have
Oh,
ended with them in the
No, you're tripping, bro.
No, you're tripping, bro.
Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
No,
tripping, bro.
that
Yo,
that episode's a 10
No.
out of 10, but that last scene
you're a
was not it.
Stranger Things
No,
chud,
no, no,
bro.
no,
You're
no,
tripping.
no. We don't co-sign this. We don't co-sign this.
Yeah, you tripping, bro. I swear, this is why you can't trust people who watch Stranger Things since season 2, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, I
honestly,
think we can all agree
The
that
nah, the
the
emotions overtake
only
your rationality.
ending scenes of
that's fine.
shows that top Stranger Things for me have gotta be like Mad Men and Mr. Robot. It ends there. That's it. Stranger Things' ending scene is
Okay.
better than the rest, I think.
what about House of Cards?
Though I don't remember.
Oh
Was
my
that guy? Was
gosh.
it that guy killing himself?
It was some terrible.
Damn, we're just spoiling
Yeah.
shows left and right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Oh, well,
watch House of Cards, and you don't even know who I'm talking about. I just
look,
said some random guy.
I'm all for talking
No
literally
one's
know
about.
who
watching
you're
that show.
talking about.
Yeah,
We've all watched it.
I'm all for talking about final scenes, but you gotta judge it by the episode, man. And the
Yeah.
truth of
I
the,
am.
truth of the truth is, you had to sit through 40 minutes of sludge to get to the good parts of this Stranger Things finale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah,
it's a
it's
mediocre
weird to just say
finale.
like, yeah, this one scene's good. Like, okay, cool, but can we talk about the whole thing? Like, and then compare it
Okay,
to like
but
other TV
really,
shows.
does anything matter about the ending scene? Like, I would say it's the Sopranos finale is pretty mid, except for the final scene.
Come
I don't
on,
know.
bro.
And
Come
also
on.
The ending's good overall.
low key, return last scene, kind of unstoppable, kind of untouchable.
I might
Is
agree with
it?
you. I might agree.
Is
I
it?
might agree.
Yeah.
No, I'll agree because it was one of the only moments I got actually terrified by like movie, TV show, anything. It actually kind of scared me.
Insert gif of SpongeBob going over that little roller coaster.
All right, bro. Look, it makes sense, but I'm not gonna get into it.
All right, we need to move on.
Okay, let's do season rankings now.
I'll go first.
Oh, you want to go
Uh,
first? Go first then.
Yep.
Will
1,
this
2,
be
4,
spoiling
5,
your
3.
video?
No.
1, 2. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. Wait,
1, 2, 4, 5, 3.
You have 3 below 5?
1, 2, 4.
I think so.
Yeah, I expected that.
Season
would
3 is still just
go-
too fucking stupid for me to be serious about it.
You just don't get it.
Yeah, whatever.
Only real ones will. But I would say 3, 4, 2, 1, 5.
Damn.
Sure.
And I'll also say first those first 4 rankings of those seasons, they are 10 out of 10 seasons. Season 5 is like I'm honestly leaning towards 7 out of 10, but I'll say like 8 out of 10 until I rewatch.
I guess I'll go next. I'm all right, bro. I'm 3, 4, 2, 1, 5. No, 2, 5, 1. 2, 5, 1. No, 2, 1, 5 actually. 2, 1, 5. I was gonna say
You guys are dumb.
huh?
Nothing.
No. See, 342. That's untouchable. That's the golden. It's the best of the best. 1 is also a 10 out of 10, but 5 is just. I don't know, bro. I'm not switching up or anything because I was already kind of a little bit uh mid on the volume 2 release, especially the 7th episode. I was already switching up a little bit, but yeah, 5 is probably the least good Stranger Things season ever. Ever.
It probably is. I'm just I can't really judge it properly until I give it a full rewatch, but I'm not doing that anytime soon.
Yeah. I have 4. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Yeah, basically
Pretty
HM's
similar to
ranking.
mine.
All the
I will say
I
I
NPCs.
still
have
think
5
I
below.
still think the
Yeah,
first 4, maybe even 5 episodes of this season are like pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not
first
sure
6
about
maybe.
5.
I
The
like
thing with volume
I
2,
like Shock Jock.
the thing with volume 2 was I gave it a lot of grace because I was waiting until the finale to see if the setup was setting up for a good finale, and it wasn't in the end. So I'm I'm probably not gonna like episode 7 anymore that much, or even episode 6. I rewatched episode 5 though. I think it's pretty strong. I actually like it more than when I initially watched it.
Great.
Dead air. Okay. Um. Uh. So I kind of want to talk about like kind of the discourse, mostly about the Duffers, like all their fucking bullshit. Um. Like all the statements, like them just saying. We kind of talked about Susie, but like just in general, like they said like yeah, well, what actually wasn't them. That's my mistake. It was Gaten Matarazzo, who plays Dustin, said that yeah, they probably broke up in between season 4 and 5 after Eddie died. And like how we kind of mentioned earlier, how they just talk. Yeah, like Vicky and Robin aren't together. I actually listened to like the entire interview. They basically explain because almost no one stays together in high school, and I think that's like terrible reasoning. It should be a story reason, not like since when has Stranger Things had like realistic like representation of relationships? Like I don't
What
think
about Lucas
that's
and Max,
even.
bro?
They said, I think they asked them about that. Like, yeah, that's like an exception. That's like one of the rare cases. I just feel like they're giving too much personal experience into how they ended the show. It kind of annoys me, and like how they're like talking about how like yeah, Vecna opened opened the lock in the first episode of the show. It's just like
Yeah, why
I
did
hate
they even
everything
bring that
they've
up?
said.
That's such like a random detail which no one gives a fuck about until they brought it up.
Yeah, and I think they're like hyping it up before this. I'm pretty sure they said something like, "You're gonna
Yeah, they
find
did.
out what happened with this." Nothing happened though. You didn't find
No,
that
but
out.
this is because this is proof that the cut footage from Volume 2 is real, bro.
Yeah, and like they're like, "You're gonna find out." I'm pretty sure they maybe they didn't say this, but I'm pretty sure they said you're gonna find out like the significance of the day Will got taken. There's no significance. It's just a coincidence. Like I don't understand why they hyped all this up. Like you're gonna find out everything about the Upside Down. Um, the finale is the biggest episode they've ever done. I generally don't understand how it's the biggest episode they've ever done. It's pretty
The
small.
piggyback is definitely the most high, like the most spectacle the show ever had.
Yeah, I don't understand
Feels that way, yeah.
how that was like the biggest to them. I
It
feel like
might
they're just
literally
lying.
just be it's really long and they fought a giant monster, which they've never fought a giant monster before.
Yeah, I mean they kind of have, but yeah, like I don't know, just like all those statements are so bad. I don't
Yeah, I feel like
understand.
we've already talked about this for Evercast, though.
Yeah. It also kind of feels like the cast has like better opinions of the show than they do. Like how we mentioned that like Joe Keery had the idea to put heroes David Bowie, and just like how the cast talks about their characters has way more. When I hear the Duffers talk about the show, they act like they kind of act like they don't care about the show actually. Like they're kind of done with it, and they don't care like so much. They only care about specific things at this point about the show, which is kind of frustrating.
It's literally the
Just
exact
like the
same
Game of
shit that
Thrones
happened with
showrunners.
the Game of Thrones showrunners fucking just always saying dumb shit after the episode comes out.
Yeah, I can't keep track of everything they said. I think I wrote some of the stuff they. What else? Oh yeah, they talked about L, like how it's an ambiguous ending, and all that, and how Millie is the only one that knows, and all. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't be talking at all.
Yeah, everyone
Just
needs
let
to
the
take the David Lynch approach. Just shut up.
and they're they're talking
Yeah.
they're talking about how Jonathan and Nancy still love each other,
What?
and could get back together. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what they
God.
said. They can get
I mean, that makes
together
sense.
later in life. It's just kind of dumb that they even talk about it. Like, why?
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah.
Just let the
Like
thing you
them
made speak
saying
for
like the Purple
itself.
Rain scene.
They don't need a. They don't. They especially didn't need those post finale interviews where they explain a bunch of crap. Like, we don't. Like, who asked for that?
Yeah, I think the worst one was them saying the Mike 11 heart to heart. Like they said it didn't happen technically. I don't know why they would deconfirm that if the whole point was that this whole thing is up to interpretation.
Would I must miss that. They said like the when Elle
Yeah, that
took Mike
final
into her
goodbye
mind, it
scene.
was fake.
I think like okay, I'm gonna need to find a source for this. But they said they basically said they shot down that idea that like that scene was actually happening. Like they're implying
What?
that like he just made that up in his head or something. If I'm wrong, please cut this.
Please be wrong. That's terrible.
We're not cutting this shit, bro.
We are cutting this.
I'll fact check it, but I'm not gonna cut it if it's not. But yeah, they suck, and I haven't seen as much hate on my timeline and stuff. But a bunch of like Byler fans, kind of done with them. But this is the last time we were talking about Byler because this is probably the last behind the screen episode about Stranger Things. Unless we talk about the animated show.
No.
No.
Probably not. It's probably gonna be like a Slip and Jimmy. But they like
Yeah,
a
actually.
lot of them are a lot of them are convinced there's actually gonna be a secret season 6.
No one actually
And it's
thinks that,
just
bro.
there's AI, no, but there's like so many of them, and the crash outs have been hilarious to see.
It's not as funny anymore though because like the show's over.
Yeah, it's not as funny, but there like been I saw like videos of a bunch of them crying about saying they want to see two boys fuck and shit like that. But it's just like it's getting like Star Wars fandom like insanity at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll die down and that'll be the end of it. But
It
who
will. No
knows?
one will be talking about this shit in a week.
In a week, maybe.
Season
I don't
5
know.
revisionism coming soon.
Yeah, who knows what will happen. But yeah, speaking of, there is one spinoff that we've seen the trailer of. Well, there's a trailer out there of like a animated show. I don't think the Duffers are really involved with it. It like takes place between season 2 and 3, I think. I mean, I'll probably watch it. I just like don't expect much from it.
No one is
I
watching
remember
that. That's just like Netflix AI generated garbage.
I'll still watch it, but it's funny they said it was like inspired by like 80s animated shows, but it doesn't. It's like CG. It doesn't look like anything from the 80s. It's like it looks like slop.
I think they also mean like the like Saturday morning cartoon kind of tone.
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like they should have committed to the bit if they were gonna do that. There's another Stranger Things spinoff we don't know about. I think there's also another one we don't know about. It's like a live action thing. I don't expect anything good from these because the magic of the show was the characters. It was never the world. It was
Yep.
never. It was never Vecna. It was never the Demogorgons. It was never the Upside Down. It was the characters in the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think the Duffers are that talented because everything they say, they're so stupid. I think they got lucky. Honestly, I don't think.
Yeah, it might have been a fluke. It might have been a fluke.
Yeah, they don't think about this show. I don't think they really understand their own show. It feels like I don't know. It's just like they seem totally checked out.
Yeah,
They're
that's
good
kind
at
of a crazy thing to say about someone, or that people have that. You know, you love this show, don't you? You talk about it all the time, and it's.
I love the
exactly.
show.
But do you think it's like
I
a
think
fluke that they got all the good stuff really good, and then, or how consistent
of
it
course,
is, or
I think obviously they had passion for the show. I am very grateful that this show worked. I'm just not sure they can make other great shows. I'd love to be proved wrong. I mean, I'll be interested. There's think they're going to Paramount. I'll be interested to see what they do there. If it's good, I'll still check it out. But I don't know. They just seem kind of like this was their passion, and they might not have anything else cooking. But I'm rooting for them, and not like rooting on their downfall, of course. But I just everything they say just kind of sounds like I don't know. They just sound kind of hackish. I don't know though. Maybe I'm just being negative right now because of everything they've been saying lately.
That's kind of a
Yeah,
crazy thing to say.
I have zero interest in any more Stranger Things related crap, but whatever the next movie or thing they make is, I'll be keen for that.
I mean, is
Okay.
there? I might have missed this because I was too busy like destroying my insides. But did
Excuse me?
we? All right, bro. Pause. Did we already talk about how? I mean, how much can they even milk this franchise? I know they're doing
They
a
can't.
weird little animated thing. I feel like the most they'll go is maybe some sort of weird. They'll probably try to turn the Henry play into a TV show, right? Like a miniseries. That's got to happen.
I
I
feel
don't
like there's
reckon.
probably gonna be I think there's gonna be a spin-off, not taking place in Hawkins, but like in the 50s about the government and stuff. I think that's why they didn't reveal a lot of the lore stuff because they're saving it for some like different thing, which I don't think will be that good. But I think that's probably what they're doing.
The only thing they can do is the 25 years later thing, but they have to wait a while to do that.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen unless I don't know. I don't think the cast. I think we talked about this in the previous episode. Like the cast is gonna be that successful. Most of them, especially like the main kids, other than Sadie Sink. I think some of them deserve like I don't know. I think Gaten's pretty good. I think he can have a good career, but he probably won't. That's not me being rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but I just like
Just saying
I
it how it
mean,
is.
if we had to pick specific ones to be or not be successful, we all know it's not Noah Schnapp, right? We all know it's not
Yeah.
him.
yeah,
It's just, I'm
he's
sorry. I
done.
love what I've talked about how much I
Snap.
like Will as a character, but that kid cannot act. Obviously when he's an adult. I'm talking about season 5 mostly. He was pretty good in earlier seasons, but yeah, he just can't do it. He's channeling Gal, whatever her name is. I don't know how
Gal
to
Gadot.
pronounce it. Gal Gadot, yeah.
Israel.
Yeah, she's channeling. It's not even about Israel. I mean, it's funny, but he just can't do it, bro. Even in the serious scenes in the finale, which we already talked about, where he's like in the hive mind and he's narrating super seriously, he's chasing the kids, he's running after them, he's looking at Max. Like, I just can't take it seriously at all. I'm sorry. I can't take you seriously if you think that's good.
We agree.
I don't think anyone actually likes Noah. Well, some people might like Noah Schnapp. I don't think anyone thinks he's a good actor.
Finn Wolfhard has a bright future ahead of him.
He's
He
kind
already
of
did.
had a good career. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
he's
it'll
already
continue as he
successful.
gets older, but yeah, I feel like maybe it won't continue as he gets older. But who knows?
I mean, he already said that he's not really interested in continuing to just act for the work. I think he wants to become a shitty musician now or something.
I think he wants to be a director. I think
Oh yeah, that too.
there was some rumors about him directing some music biopic. Not sure what it was, but
Justin Bieber.
I've listened to his music once and it was like not good. I actually think Joe Curry's music is actually pretty good. I was like kind of pleasantly surprised how good his music is. He's not bad.
Yeah, we all like him.
I was about to say he's. I'm pretty sure he has notoriety for that.
Yeah. I think Joe Curry and Sadie Sink are probably gonna be the most successful from the cast.
And
My heart
Brett
too.
Gelman.
Caleb.
Brett Gelman. And Finn is also hosting SNL in a couple weeks
What, really?
For the
on January
Bibles.
17th. Yeah. Yeah, January 17th he's hosting SNL.
Interesting. I mean, I really wonder. Look, I know the kids. We're probably perspective about their careers. I'm more interested in the what's it called, Nancy, Jonathan, Steve. Their actors. I'd like to see them in more things. I don't know about Maya Hawke. I don't know if she can play anything besides a quirky lesbian. Sorry, that sounds fucked up.
Oh my god.
But I'm just
It's
saying.
true though.
It's true, yeah. But I'd be curious to see, especially whatever his name is, the actor who plays Jonathan. He's pretty. I feel like he has potential. He obviously hasn't been utilized to any good extents, especially in. He was good in season 5. Obviously, he had his moments, but season 4 and season 3 arguably are pretty weak for him. He could have been used more. So I hope someone finds it and utilizes it for him.
Well, Jonathan, who's played by Charlie Heaton, you haven't seen the show, but he's going to be in
Industry.
season 4 of Industry. Actually, a pretty major part of the cast. So I'm excited
Yeah.
for that, which
We might have
premieres
to
in
peep. We might
a
have to
week or
peep.
something. It's a really great show.
Tune into it's a peak.
It's got 3 seasons.
bro.
Well, no one has seen it yet except for me, so I don't think that's happening for now. But I guess I think we can kind of do like final thoughts on the show, just like whatever you guys want to say.
The shit was mid.
Oh wow, okay.
I guess for me, very awesome show. I'm lucky that I got to watch it all within like 5 weeks compared to y'all who had to probably wait the better part of a decade for it, the whole thing to release fully. I don't know if I would have liked it as much if I didn't binge the hell out of most of it. And I'm probably this might be a little bit weird, but I think it's one of the shows I might want to rewatch like sooner than later, especially those first 4 seasons. Really great stuff. I feel like, especially season 3. Sorry, haters. It's probably one of. It feels very rewatchable. Like I just time will pass on, and there's just certain episodes of Stranger Things where I just want to rewatch them. I haven't actually done it yet, but I find myself reminiscing already. So good show, mid season kinda, but overall pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't really fully settled in that this show is over. There's no waiting for another season, waiting 3 or 4 years for a next season. Like this is kind of it. I'm not sure that's fully settled in for me yet. I do want to rewatch, but I feel like it's gonna be a while until I rewatch because I rewatched I think October, and then I rewatched right before season 5, and then I rewatched again right before season 5 twice right before season 5 because I was just like I had to do something. So I imagine it's gonna be probably a year. It could be this summer. I usually do a rewatch lining up. I usually try to line up every summer. What I do is I try to line up the rewatch, so I'm basically watching most of season 3 like on like around 4th of July. Kind of corny, but I just like to do that. But I don't know, probably gonna be like a year at least till I rewatch this time because I'm kind of exhausted of the show. But like, there's no show to me. I don't think any show is gonna capture like the connection I had to this show since I got into it so young. It's kind of different when you get into shows when you're older. I mean, still like there's some shows that I care deeply about, but it feels different since this show was a key part of my adolescence. Um, it's just different. But I'm gonna miss it even if season 5 wasn't the best. I mean, they really stuck the landing in the end, even if the entire final episode wasn't everything I wanted. I think they stuck the landing in the end, and that's all that really matters. So that's what I have to say about Stranger Things.
Yeah, I definitely I'm definitely somewhere in the middle, somewhere where it's like part of me feels like the season definitely shut the fuck up. There's a part of me that feels like the season could have been like there could have been higher potential with like a whole like maybe post-apocalyptic Hawkins or something. I don't know. Like we're so far removed from this just being like a small town drama that at this point, like I don't fully know what they could have done with this final season to satisfy everybody. But I will say, I'm still like overall like I'm satisfied. I would say because like I said, at the end of the day, I watch the show for the characters. I don't watch it for big mystery action set pieces, whatever. Even though again they could have done it, there could have been more to it. That but at the end of the day, we all kind of agree. Like we're all just in it for the characters. So I was more satisfied than I was disappointed with the finale. And yeah, there's definitely not going to be another show like this that'll quite be like a cultural phenomenon. Squid Games was probably like the closest recent example, and that show kind of went off, or they said it was kind of bad. I don't know, um, but yeah, it was a unique experience. I've been watching this since 2017. Definitely grateful that it exists, and shout out to the Duffer Brothers, even though we were dissing them the whole episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also completely burnt out on the show now. I'd never want to watch it again. At least not until like
Mhm.
Yes,
at least a year later. I'm of course working on my big epic YouTube video on it, which you're all going to watch. But other than that, I think the fact that the show has a like good ending, mostly good, means that nothing has like changed for me. Like I still love all of it, and I'm sure I'll end up warming up to the rest of season 5 at least a little bit more in the following years. And it's probably not my favorite show of all time or anything. Twin Peaks and Better Call Saul are better, but definitely up there. The end.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a couple shows I like more, but the show is definitely unique for me. I don't think anything's gonna be like this. Not like it's like a super well covered show, just like how it how long it's been in my mind, I guess. But yeah, that wraps it up. Um Make sure to check out whenever it comes out HN's ranking of the episodes. When do you think that'll come out? If you had to guess.
Well, I'm moving house right now, so probably in February.
Okay.
End of
And
January if I lock in.
behind the screen, I don't know when we'll be back. Maybe we'll do episodes on the pit. I don't know.
Does HN
I
even
guess
watch
we'll
that
see.
show?
No.
HN,
will,
no, but
We need something that the big three can convene on. You know, the big three.
I'll watch the pit. All
right. Well, you got 1 week to start season 1. Don't worry.
Easy.
Yeah.
we don't need to do episode on every single.
Oh yeah, we can wait
every
till like
single
episode 4 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty
yeah.
long for there's 16 episodes. All right, keep going.
But that's it. See you next time behind the screeners.